pride, loyalty and brotherhood. You know, that is what it meant to me. Skinhead culture was came as part of an ongoing organic British youth culture. Skinheads really came along towards the end of the 60s, and this is politically was a time when you were starting to get a divide again, because the middle class mods who were wearing the clothing, looking the part, were university educated. And they were getting more into the sort of beatnik and then into the hippie era, because you've got to imagine the Vietnam War was going on at this time. And a lot of the middle class mods in England started following that. And so they went off. But the working class mods were your hardcore lot who were violent and didn't really care about America. They were British.
You know, we were a result of social conditions at the time. And we were unconscious youth looking for a direction. Perfect demonisation fodder. And we were fucking angry as well. And the bottom line being is, you're gonna come down on somebody. They'll either go on their knees or they fight back.
Like I said, it was an offshoot of the mods, but it was coined, I think, originally by the media. It was mods with shaved heads, and they got in a fight, I think, in Brighton. During the bank holiday Mondays against the rockers, and they were labelled as skinheads in the press. So it's like, oh, that's great, we'll call ourselves that, you know, because there's lots of other variations. There was suede heads, smooths, boot boys, all these different things. They were all different elements of the same thing, but the skinhead name came and vomit stuck. The haircut was definitely a reflection of the opposition to hippies, but it was also because of the violence. There was a lot of violence at that time. It was handy because you all looked the same. So if you went to a football match or you're in a big gang fight and there's 300 skinheads, all with Doc Martens on, all with shaved heads, all with the same shirts, you know, you get variation in colour of shirt or colour of jacket, but pretty much this is an army. If there was 200 of you, the police, there was no way of identifying you, so it was only from that point of view as well. Yeah,
it was intense. It was a savagely intense 10 years, and somehow the Wickham Skins seemed to be the ones that represented it. You know, because of the photographs I took, I knew something amazing was going on. I'd look around, going, "Can't anyone else see this?" And there it is in the pictures. It was fucking amazing.
The Union Jack became a very, very important symbol for us. We were English, we were working class, and we were very, very proud of that. And the governments at the time were trying to tell us, no, you're not. We were the abused kids of that time. So we were violent as fuck, because all we knew was violence. You know, we were getting caned by the fucking school teachers. We were getting beaten up by the police, and we were getting double beaten up by our parents, our fathers. You know, my dad was a drunk who'd whack us around with leather straps. And that was normal. I wasn't anything unusual. It was just how it was. Violence was just part of our culture. Loads of the girls were sexually abused. Loads of them. Of course, these kids are gonna react to that. They're gonna be violent. They're gonna take out their anger any way they can. But we were an army, a community, a group of children on council estates that were just completely abused by everybody.
The ones that were abused, the ones that were broken, they found their tribe together, you know, and they could protect each other. And all of that with unconscious understanding of your energy and who you are.
This is Tilbury, a grey, desolate place with an evil stench of violence, where local skinheads roam the docklands like cropped rats. So said the Sun newspaper in a special August bank holiday spread entitled Agro Britain.
There's been there about me there. Jules. What did you give? Come on, give me his glasses.
How the bastard ain't changed, is he?
It saves a lifetime.
Well,
I'll tell you the truth.
Drunk.
Tell you the truth.
Bits out of this sentence. Bits out of this sentence.
Absolutely conned into that. They got us pissed.
In the club,
Got a picture.
Drinks he was.
We just told me.
Hey, you got the flag out for us to put behind us all.
We wasn't even allowed to
Union
drink.
Jack.
They wanted us to be something
That we were.
that we wasn't. And they tried every article, everything they could do to say to people, that's what they're like. And it wasn't what we was like.
Our particular lot, the Tilbury Skins, we was like a family. Yeah, we was all
Yeah,
like brothers. Brothers, sisters, whatever it was. We was all.
Whatever happened, we all stuck together.
and that was
That is
it.
for sure.
If one got hurt, we all got hurt.
The tribal connection, and you couldn't put words to the love you felt for your tribe, for your gang, for your friends. You know, you couldn't understand it. It just got expressed as passion and as love. You know, which could be so, I'll die for my friends. You know, there's all, I don't know what's the word for it. It seemed quite natural state to be in at the time, and I suppose it is for young people to congregate and to look after themselves and to become a part of something bigger than themselves outside the family.
Very violent times, weren't they? All over.
And it wasn't just us. It wasn't just us. We didn't used to go out looking for fights.
I don't know.
Looking for rows.
Holy pig.
Many nights we went out without one.
I mean, football,
Well, there was
hooligan
riots
football was
everywhere,
right.
wasn't there?
Everything was
breaking out.
everything was fighting
Trade
in them
unions, it
days.
was riots.
Everything, everywhere you went, there was a fight.
We was young, I mean, you get like any youngsters nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, or them days or whatever, I mean, youngsters just want to fight each other, don't they, really? To prove who's the top dog or whatever.
Don't get me started, fucking hell. There's a lot of reasons for it, but we had great fun. We had, as a kid, we had fun. All this is on retrospect. But some of that fun caused a lot of damage to your own persona and your own, and the people around you. But you would not have been a skinhead for more than a week if it had been that grim.
I don't really want to talk about racism because it's such a bullshit subject, and it's been so overexposed by the media. It's like skinhead's racist. That's what it means, right? But it did not mean that at all.
No,
right.
not at all. We was not racist at all. We had coloured people in our own Tilbury
environment.
Skins.
My friend Barry here, right? Now I've known Barry since he was 5 years old. It was bullshit. It was nothing. It was groups of kids fighting other groups of kids. We had loads of black kids in our gang, loads. Barry was one of them, you know, loads of them.
I think I would speak for all of us here. It was never, ever racist.
No,
never.
racist.
Never.
No.
Never about racism. Never.
We got so much grief from everybody. It was a hard job being a skinhead. It wasn't easy. You didn't just put on some clothes and it was all nice. It was a hard job, you know, you got grief from everybody. So to be a skinhead was a big thing.
And because the skinheads were so defined, because they were so decisive about who they were and what they were from the outside, then they're still to this day they're a fascinating cult. Fascinating youth cult.
100% proud of it then, when I was in it.
You don't regret none of what you've done.
No, I don't
surely,
regret none of it.
That's what happens,
A
isn't
couple
it?
of things I do, but
We can't regret it that much because look, we're all dressed the same. We've still got fucking bald heads.
yeah,
We love it.
because you ain't got no
It's our life.
because you ain't got no
Yeah, so what? It saves me a fortune. We love it. We're skinheads out of our heart.
Yeah.
Working for life, skinheads for life. It's our way of life. It doesn't matter what you were then. In 1999, we'll meet up again. Drink to the friends we used to have that couldn't make it back here again. Skinhead for life, working for life. Skinheads for life. It's our way of life. It's like doing time on the inside, 20 from the life, maximum for your life. Don't cut your hair if you can't do the time. If it's some crime, then